freedom-loving Americans cannot escape liberal lockdown states fast enough.
He really didn't have any mention of the Oklahomans that we've lost since his last State of the State.
Governor Stitt delivering this State of the State address today, and as you heard, the reaction swift. The governor avoiding any direct reference to COVID and the thousands of Oklahomans who've died from the virus.
News 4's Brent Skarkey, as you see at the Capitol. Brent, update us on the State of the State.
Well, cutting taxes and more support for teachers and law enforcement, big parts of Governor Kevin Stitt's State of the State address today. But like opponents point out, no mention of COVID-19. They say his words dividing Oklahomans more than ever.
While other states are shutting down their economies, we've never been more open for business.
Governor Kevin Stitt kicking off his fourth year in office with the State of the State address in front of a packed House chamber. The governor touting the state's record low 2.3% unemployment rate and their pushback against alleged federal overreach by the Biden administration.
In Oklahoma, we listen to parents because we know God gave kids to parents, not to the government.
Stitt saying parents need more options when it comes to their children's education. He also talked about performance pay raises that could have some teachers making as much as $100,000.
In the same way we can attract and support teachers, we need to provide law enforcement officers competitive pay.
Stitt also stumping for increased mental health services for police, but opponents say that's not enough.
He mentioned mental health in regards to police officers, which I'm fine with, but we also need to focus on mental health in our respective communities. I see every single day young men and women are being shipped off to prison for nonviolent offenses based on mental health outcomes.
Governor Stitt continuing his push to cut taxes, proposing to eliminate the state grocery sales tax along with taxes on military benefits for veterans.
Because after all, we need more taxpayers, not more taxes.
Stitt also pushing for tougher medical marijuana regulations. He also talked about the McGirt decision, saying the state needs to reclaim prosecuting power when it comes to crimes committed against tribal citizens.
This was the most divisive State of the State that I have heard in 12 years. And what you heard from the governor was a lot of divisive rhetoric, not a lot of things to unite Oklahomans.
Well, like Representative Virgin points out there, no mention of COVID-19 in his speech today, but the governor did say that Oklahoma has added 27,000 more citizens since April of 2020. We're live at the Capitol. Brent Skarkey, Oklahoma's News 4.